Good morning, Willowbrook. Today's devotion is from 1 Peter 3. Now, Peter is telling Christians how to live their lives, and he starts chapter 3 the same way. Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands, so that any of them that do not believe may be won over without words by their wives when they see the purity and reverence of your lives. In the same way, what's he talking about? In chapter 2, Peter speaks to the people about Christ submitting to the will of the Father, and the people must submit to earthly authorities like government and law enforcement, etc. But beginning in chapter 3, he moves to marriage. Submission in marriage does not imply master and slave, but rather functional roles, like president and vice president. Just like our society is built on the structure of leadership roles, marriage was created the same way. Corporations, businesses, even sports teams function best when one person is assigned the lead role. The CEO, the chairman of the board, the head coach. There is nothing demeaning about being a leader, and God designed marriage the same way. It's the divine calling of a wife to honor and affirm her husband's leadership and help carry it through according to her gifts. So submission is the act of willingly giving up the leadership role to another person with trust and respect. It's a sign of strength and faith in them. Now, verse 3 tells wives that their beauty should come from within. Basically, don't worry too much about the outside appearance until you get the inner beauty right that comes from Christ. I ran into a lifelong friend of mine's mother the other day, and we greeted each other, and she started with, "I'm getting old." Now, she's always been a very beautiful woman. But ladies, beauty will fade. But the inner beauty lasts forever, and it touches everybody that you come in contact with. Verse 7 speaks to husbands. Treat your wives with honor and respect as heirs and partners. And this verse comes with a strong warning, so that your prayers will not be hindered. The Bible is teaching us point blank right here that if husbands do not treat their wives in a God-honoring, selfless, caring way, that it will hinder their prayers. I hope that everyone listening to this who is a husband or a future husband will realize that God hearing and heeding our prayers is directly related to the way that we love and serve and care for our wives. And in the last half of the chapter, Peter speaks to all the believers to live in harmony with one another. Do not repay evil with evil. And verse 12 says, the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayers. That's good. But his face is against those who do evils. That's not so good. And finally, he tells us, who will harm us for doing good? Even if we suffer for what is right, we're blessed. Do not fear, do not be frightened, but in your heart set apart Christ as Lord, and always be prepared to give an answer for the hope that you have. What great words to start the morning with. Have a great day, Willowbrook.